It's not over till it's really over. This is a message from the Silverbird Group.
Good morning, Your Honor.
What you've just done is called manipulation.
Denise está muerto. Déjame ver.
My name is Sophia.
Are you okay?
My father needs a lawyer.
Gomez, where are the drugs? We know that you took them.
Why don't we grab a bite to eat?
A cup of coffee won't hurt.
Papa.
You know how I feel about you smoking that thing in the house.
You're so innocent. Yeah, buddy, we all are. Your Honor, I have a new information pertinent to Mr. Alejandro Gomez's case. I really don't have time for this debate this morning.
When will you have time?
All rise.
And Alejandro was only trying to help.
It was a lie. It was a lie. He lied. He lied. He lied.
A son and a husband. Someone whose mistake will not only jeopardize his life, but will jeopardize the life of those that depended on him, especially his daughter.
Now, if I get it back within the next 3 weeks, I won't harm a hair on his precious Sophia's head. If he doesn't, well.
That was the trailer of the movie Alejandro.
Alejandro.
I'm just trying to speak the Spanish because, you know, I'm taking a couple of... Alejandro. Yeah, and I love how we always just want to incorporate a couple of these themes into our movies and all of that. So it's just really a movie about a wrongly accused man, Mexican, a lesser man in society, and is represented by a black lawyer in the state of Oklahoma on a pro bono. And, you know, just that storyline, and a man's random act of kindness becomes the answer to his most ardent question. So while Alejandro was in an intense phase of tribulation, he held strong onto his biblical passage that reminded him that even in extreme adversity, God is a present help in terms of need. I like storylines like this. I love the infusion of the Spanish and the African. Well, there's an African actor in the movie, and we have our guest who is, well, we're going to be talking to him about the movie.
Absolutely.
His name is Sam Ojo. So he's a Nigerian. Of course, Lucas is a Nigerian-American actor, a producer, and he produced the movie Alejandro, and he's produced other indie movies in the UK and in the US. So we're going to be having a chat with him about the movie Alejandro and what inspired the movie, how it came to be. Why didn't he just give it a Yoruba name? Why did he have to?
I mean, it's a fusion of African and, of course, a Spanish tradition. So I'm sure there's some type of idea behind having it.
All right. So welcome, Sam. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, hello.
Hi, how are
Good
you?
morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Glad
How
to
are
have you on the show. How are you doing this morning?
I am doing good.
Okay, you look good anyways. So let's talk about the movie Alejandro. First, the name. What inspired that name, Alejandro? That's the first thing ever.
So, this is about a Mexican who was about to be railroaded. So, and the name of that Mexican is Mr. Alejandro Gomez. So that's why the name comes out as Alejandro as the title of the movie. So you won't hear a Mexican answering Shola or Dada or whatever name that you might call it. So that's where Alejandro comes from.
When was this movie shot? And how long was it shot?
So it was shot for about 1 month. We shot some in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We shown some of the Oklahoma landscape and U.S. landscape in the movie. And also we shot some in Lagos, Nigeria, where we have Afis Oyetoro, we have Tina Mba, we have Nancy Seaman, and some other actors featured in it. So we shot some in Lagos and some in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
We want to speak to Joshua, who is the lead character from the movie. That's the Alejandro from the movie. He is also a Mexican-American actor. Hi, Joshua. Are you there too? So we can speak to you to just get to know.
Good morning.
A
How
bit
are
more.
you guys? Hello.
Hi, Joshua.
I'm here.
Hi. Hello.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to the show, Silverbird Today. How are you doing this morning? I don't know if it's morning over there or it's afternoon. What time is it over there?
It's 4:34 in the morning right now. So it's morning.
It's morning. Okay. So how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm glad to be here.
Okay. Good to have you on the show. So can you tell us about your role in the movie, Alejandro? You were the main character in that movie, and what was it like playing that character, playing that role?
Actually, it was very interesting for me. You know, I went and auditioned for Alejandro, and like I told Sam, I went in, I auditioned with this other gentleman, much older than I was, right? And things ended up happening. They called me in for the role, and I had to take over it, which is pretty interesting because when I got home from that audition, you know, I put everything in God's hand, and I was like, if I get the role, then fine. If not, then I'm still going to be involved with the project because it was just a huge project here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I still wanted to be a part of the project, and I just prayed, and I was like, you know what? I hope I get this role. And sure enough, like in 2 weeks, I got a call back from Sam, and I got the role. I got to study the character. I think he's a very interesting guy. And then like doing this role in Spanish was something that really helped me like become better as an actor as well. So it was a good challenge for me.
All right, Sam, I was going to ask, because you are into playing, would I say directing indie films. Why did you decide to go into indie films? Because indie film has like a very different market.
Okay, so
Sam, are you there?
Yes, I am here. I was actually responding to you. Can you hear me?
Types of films.
Yeah. So in the US, that's of course an independent production. But looking at the scale, because we have a studio where we work and do our project here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So for the US market, yeah, that's definitely independent production. But in Nigeria, that's really massive. When you are investing millions of naira into a project, that's absolutely massive. And eventually, hopefully in the future, this will metamorphose to, you know, a bigger studio project where we will be able to do more projects for the Nigeria audience and at the same time for American audience.
All right, nice one, Sam. But I was going to ask as well, how is it that the idea came about, you know, you having to cross, you know, cultures? You have, of course, in one hand, African culture, Nigerian culture, and the Spanish culture as well. How easy was it to infuse this cultures in your storyline?
Trust me, it wasn't easy, but it's achievable because it's a creative work. And my main focus, apart from the moral aspect of it, where we were able to talk about the injustices in the system, regardless if it is America or in Nigeria, injustice is injustice, and we see it everywhere. And that's exactly what we're trying to depict in the movie. But apart from that, the bottom line was to be able to introduce Nigerian culture to Mexican culture and vice versa, basically, and ensure that people here in America are familiar with our way of life, the way we dress, the kind of food that we eat, and our culture in general. And one way to display that is through our movie. And we were able to achieve that with the creativity that we put into the movie. I got a very intelligent director to direct the movie. He's a Nigerian. He has been in Hollywood for decades before he moved to the United States, Emmanuel Indigito. Then we had a very fantastic Hollywood director of photography. He has over 40 years of experience in Hollywood. So we brought him into the team. So with all this, we were able to capture the right aspect of what we're trying to express to people, and we are glad we are able to do that.
There was infusion of Nigerian actors. What was it like working on set and having that infusion, both Spanish and Nigerian?
Are you asking me, or is that for Joshua?
That's for
Say that again.
I said, hello, can you hear me, Joshua? I'm like, what was it like working with the characters on set? You were the main character, but of course, the infusion of Spanish and also the Nigerian actors. What was that experience like for you?
I think it was a really lovely experience. Just getting to know, another culture, and also teaching part of my culture to them, and like how you guys were just touching base, like you guys are showing us your Nigerian culture here, and it just goes back to like when the movie shows over there, it's going to show part of the Mexican culture to you guys as well. So I think it was a really good experience for me, and I'm pretty sure Sam had the same good experience.
There is one thing Joshua forgot to mention: quinceañera. A lot of Nigerians do not know quinceañera, right?
Right. Yeah.
So you want to talk about that
on the quinceañera? Yeah.
Yeah, because quinceañera is a big cultural event in the Mexican culture. So basically, when a young girl is turning 16 and is becoming an adult, say that again.
15.
When a young girl is turning 15 and she's becoming an adult, they have a big party, like a wedding style party, and that is called quinceañera. So a lot of people in Nigeria will know that, of course, but many other people might not know it. So we were able to display that in our movie, so that when Nigerians see that in the movie, they understand that, and when they see a next Mexican, they can say, "Oh, I'm going for another quinceañera or pinata or whatever the case might be." So that's a good thing.
Okay. Josh, are you still there? I was going to ask you, what were some of because this is your first movie, I believe. This is your first lead role, right? This is your first lead role?
Yeah, my first lead role, yes.
Was it challenging? Was it easy? Especially working with Sam?
It was good working with Sam. Yes, it was challenging, but I overcame all of that, and I brought the best I could to the table, and Sam liked it, and the director liked it, so I think it's going to be a good outcome for our movie.
So I think one of the biggest challenge that Joshua had was, Joshua is an American Mexican, and we kept on telling him, because he was just speaking good English in the movie, and the director kept telling him, "Look, remember, you cannot speak English." Is that right, Joshua?
Yeah, there was little parts in there where I had to speak. Since most of my scenes in the movie are in Spanish, there was a scene where I had to speak English, and I don't have an accent when I speak English, like a Mexican accent. So that was really challenging. That was a really challenging part. Now that Sam brings that up again.
Yeah,
definitely.
What should we expect from this movie? I'm sure is when is it coming out? Is he out at the moment?
No, we have challenge with COVID, definitely. So, but we expect that it's gonna be out by April 1st, and at this time we are still working with a lot of distribution channel that will be able to make it available for people in Nigeria, and if I would say it directly, we are looking at April 1st for it to be out.
A lot of series, Spanish series on Netflix, so I can totally show, even if you have the subtitle, people want to watch if the storyline is really, really solid. So that's a really good one because it's not just Spanish, it also has the fusion of Nigerians and Nigerian actors, so that's a good blend. So thank you guys for coming on this.
Thank you, Sam, and thank you.
Do you have any questions?
No, I'm good. I can't wait to see it April 1st. Hope it comes out then. We'll see how
so
it
we really want to encourage people to
thank you guys. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah,
thank you, Joshua. It was nice talking to you guys.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
So if you're wondering what's happening, we've been having a conversation with Sam Lucas, who's the director of the film Alejandro, and Joshua, who's the lead character from that film Alejandro.
I like it. I like it. And I'll tell you why I like it. And we need to see more movies like this. Remember, I think it was Ramsin Noah that started the movement of having to cross over to see other cultures, have other cultures blend with Nigeria. I can't remember what the title of the movie, but he acted as a twin, and one of the twin was bad, he was good. They were both twin actually. One was bad, one was good back in the day. And then you had a Sophia in London.
Yeah, I remember.
And then from there,
that.
people started having to go out there to see how they can blend the African culture and Nigerian culture with, of course, a different. But this is Mexican, Spanish as well.
And I love Spanish.
I want to see the blend, how it works.
It works.
And then the storyline as well. Let's hope it's a good storyline that will keep us, captivated. But
now,
in terms of culture synergy, I like it.
You might wonder, do Nigerians watch Spanish flicks? They do. Because I've watched a lot of Spanish.
Telemundo and the rest.
No, I don't watch Telemundos.
Okay.
I don't watch Telemundos.
It's the same thing.
I'm just saying, the flicks I watch on Netflix, Spanish.
The last Spanish movie I've ever seen, was back in the day in the early 90s. I forgot, Secret of the Sand.
Maria de Los Angeles.
That was
and all the others.
No, there was another one.
There was
something Santana. Something Santana.
Something Rose.
Yeah, Rose something Santana. That was early 90s.
We have watched all this. Anyway, guys, we need to take a quick break, guys, and we'll be right back. It's Civil Bed today. Don't move a muscle.